Hi guys again. This is my video about my where we are experiences. It's gonna be long, so buckle up. Have a well, get some snacks, get some popcorn, and get ready to watch my long experience. Okay, day 1, September 11th. Wear black. I don't even care about what I wore. I'm not gonna even include all that. I don't care. But I wore black. And wow, this is hard because it was so long. It feels like so long ago. So September 11th, our seats were A5 row 12, which is row 12, like the front section row 12, but like the section over from the catwalk, which is interesting because I like upgraded those like the week before, because we had like seats in Siberia for the 11th, and then I upgraded them. Well, I didn't even upgrade. I exchanged because they cost the same price. So that was lucky. So then, being me, I like to move a lot. So when I see open seats, I move in them, especially since we paid the same price. So on September 11th, I originally had seats in A5 row 12, and we moved up because Jamie Scott opened, and his family was sitting in front of us. And they left right after Jamie Scott, so we were like, oh, can we sit in your seats? Are you coming back? And they were like, oh, sure. Like, these are, you could sit in them. So we moved up a row, which wasn't that big of a drastic, that wasn't that drastic of a change. Anyways, so 5 Sauce comes on, we rock out. And then, who else cut? And then, what do I mean, who else? Then 1D comes on, amazing. Like, all the shows were amazing in their own way. It's best. So A5 was good seats, right? I'm not gonna include any video in this video because I uploaded the videos I wanted to upload already on my channel, so you can just check them out. I don't think I uploaded any from the 11th. I have a lot of small clips from my phone, which are annoying because I can't get rid of them because I don't want to delete them, but I have all these, like, where we are clips, and I don't know, maybe I'll include some at the end, maybe. So, night 1 was amazing. Night 2, September 12th, was my favorite night. We had tickets in B5, but there's this thing how, I kept all my tickets that I had. Like, so the first night, I had my tickets, like, I kept them in my purse, and then I had the ticket for the second night, because I was like, maybe I can move around. And for floor, you had these wristbands, so I had a wristband for every night, so I was able to, like, move around. So for the first night, for the second night, there was commotion, because, like, somebody famous arrived, and my friend was like, go check it out. But they were stopping people from going to the front section if you didn't have a ticket in that section. So what I did was take out my old ticket from the night before, which was in the front section. And literally, I'm freaking out because the lady's, like, staring it down. Like, she's trying to direct me to my seat. And I'm like, I know, like, because I'm freaking out. And I'm like, thank you. And she's like, oh, and then you go here, and then you do this, and then you sound it. And I'm just like, girl, like, give me my ticket. Like, and then she takes the ticket out of my hand and continues to look at it again. So I'm just, like, freaking out because I'm, like, scared she's going to look at the date. So I, like, when she finally's like, it's right there, I'm like, thank you, and I snatch my ticket, and I, like, go to the row I was in. So I'm just sitting there scared that like, somebody's gonna come, right? I stayed there, all of 5 Sauces set. This family came. They were the nicest family. The mom was so sweet. Like, they had backstage passes, and they would, like, go back, and she was like, oh, do you want water? And she brought me water and stuff. She was really nice. And then I told her, I was like, this is not my seat, but I might move back when One Direction comes on, because I remembered my experience from the first night that One Direction stays on the B stage a lot. In the second night, my real tickets were by the B stage, so I was like, my real tickets are closer to them by the B stage when they're there than they are up here. So what I did was, I rocked out to 5 Sauce with her daughter and her friends and stuff, and then I went, I was like, I think I'm going to go back and check out my seats. If it's not good, I'll just come back. But when I got to my seat, My friend who had snuck down to floor was in my seat. So I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? I might as well just go back. So I started freaking out, and I was like, wait. And then I looked by the B stage, like the section B4, right by the B stage, which is only like 5 seats out from the B stage, like 5 seats out. There was an empty chair. I was like, is anybody sitting there? To my friends, they're like, nobody sat there all night. Like, you should try it. So they were like, you should actually, because there was a security guard watching me, because I was like standing in the row, and obviously I didn't have it. There was no room for me to be in that row, the row with my friends. So I like left, and then I came back and went straight to the B4 seat. Like, it was my seat. I pretended it was my seat. Didn't look suspicious at all. Then the girl who was sitting there, she was like, oh, is this your seat? And I was like, yeah. She was like, what took you so long? I was like, oh, I was like watching Five Sauce from a different section and stuff. And she was like, this is not your seat, is it? I was like, no. She was like, well, just so you know, I like to like dance and party. I was like, same, so we can rock out together. So I'm sitting here, we're chilling. Then I realized, like, there are 2 extra seats. There are 2 extra seats next to them as well. There were 5 seats, and there were only 3 of us. So the next thing I know, these 2 girls came out of nowhere, and they just squeezed themselves in the row with us. And then so those 2 girls scoot down. And I'm like scared because I'm thinking that these are their seats that I'm in, and I'm like gonna have to get kicked out. And they're like, is anybody sitting here? And I was like, they're like, this is not our seats. And I was like, oh my gosh, me too. Like, I snuck down here too. She was like, yeah, we saw it open. We took the opportunity. We were right over there too. I was like, hell yes. So literally we got to stay there the whole night. And literally when the boys came on the B stage, they were right there. Freaking Louis waved at us. He did that cross-eyed thing he does to us. He's the only one I got contact with. I think Harry waved too. I don't remember. But I got on video, such good videos. And I took all the videos with my phones, and the videos are so close up. Like, if you follow my Instagram, you should, or my Vine, which is, they're both Tasha Janine, you could probably see, those on there, because I'm not going to put them in this video, because it's too much work. Oh my gosh, it was so great. Like, literally, they were right there. It reminded me, because last year I had front row, and I didn't think I'd ever have an experience like that again. But this was kind of like 3rd row, but it wasn't really 3rd row, because it was like, there was no space in between our seats. So it was like 3 seats from the stage. So when they look down, or they're right there, they're like literally right there. Like, amazing. So the next night, Niall's birthday. Yes. Amazing. It was so amazing seeing Bay all happy. He was so happy and excited about everything. Like, I was just so, it touched my heart, because to see him, to celebrate his birthday with him was was an amazing experience. I will never forget that ever, and I don't think he'll ever forget it either. His 21st birthday, he celebrated it on stage with like 90,000 people. It's amazing to think that. He was so hyper and happy, and he came out with balloons. It was cute. And then the cover section, they did I Want. That was like the best thing ever, because I wasn't able to get tickets to Up All Night tour because they sold out like that. Because One Direction didn't realize they were bigger than that, and they sold out like that. And it was after all this time I had waited for them to come to America. They finally come to America, and it sells out. But it's okay, because I made up for it on the Take Me Home tour. But I didn't ever get to hear I Want live, and I didn't get to hear Gotta Be You live. And those are my 2 goals. And I want a little bit of it, at least. My favorite part, Harry's part. And then the chorus, so yeah. And then Niall did Beautiful Girls. He was just so cute and bubbly. And Better Than Words, my favorite song. Niall was like so jumpy and happy. Like, if you look on my channel, like, I got a really great video of Better Than Words, because I followed Niall around for the video just because he was so excited and happy. So the other boys aren't really in the video, But it was his birthday, so it was okay for me to follow him around. It wasn't like I'm just a Niall girl, because I'm a Niall and Harry girl, but it was amazing. So I just like to say, Where We Are, great concert. If you haven't seen it yet, it's amazing. You'll have the time of your life. If you've already seen it, I know you're having PCD like me. And if you weren't able to see it, watch some YouTube videos, because even though you're not there, it still feels like you're there. And you don't want to miss out on some of the great moments. And some of them are captured in the YouTube videos. Sometimes even better than you can capture them at the concert. Because same way how I had that experience like watching Niall, there were people watching some of the other boys and they didn't get to see what Niall was doing. So the fact that I was able to capture that on video, some people who even went to the same concert as me can come back and say, oh, I didn't even know Niall was doing that. So just know that the videos get all different kinds of perspectives. So you can really feel like you're at a concert by watching like concert videos. Just because. Oh, I forgot to tell you. On the second night for 5 Sauce, yeah, I already told you. The second night for 5 Sauce, I was in A5, then I moved to B5. Third night, I was back in A5. I had A6, but I moved to A5, and I ended up sitting next to the same family that I sat next to the night before, and the mom was so nice. She, like, gave me a hug and was, like, happy to see me, and I was like, yeah, this is not my seat again, but I'm here again. She was like, whatever, you paid, and I was like, yeah. So I'd like to thank all the people. One of the best experiences of my life. It got me sick though, because the third night I was actually sick, like sore throat, because the night before, like I had a lemonade, and lemonade is not the best thing to have before you're trying to sing your heart out at a concert, because it strips your throat. So that exposed me to this sickness, and that I still have, and yeah, so it was amazing. So third night I was sick and I was having so much trouble singing and stuff. Oh, I completely forgot. Like this is so all over the place. But yeah, the third night I brought a girl, Katrina, that I just met like literally 5 minutes before. I was like, come down to the floor with me. She was like, she already had floor, but I mean, I was like, come sit with me. I was like, what section do you have? She was like, B1. I was like, oh, no, come sit with me. And she was like, how? I was like, oh, we'll find a way. So we walked in. I put my ticket for that day on top, and then I put my old ticket for the day before on the bottom, A6 and A5, and then I like covered it, the date, and I just showed it to the guy like, oh, she's with me, and then we just walked straight in. So I brought her in the section with me and the family, and we rocked out to One Direction. She ended up leaving during encore. But yeah, cool. She had to leave because she didn't have a phone. She had to get in touch with her friends, and so she had to go back to her section because it would have been chaotic. But yeah, so thank you for watching my Where We Are experience. I'm sorry it was all over the place. It's just because I waited so long to do this that I completely forgot like certain details. So like if I confused you or anything, or if I was all over the place, I'm very sorry about that. But it's very hard to remember every single thing. But thank you guys for watching. Bye. Love you.